There is a divine order that governs all things, and it responds to the words, thoughts, and beliefs we hold in our minds. Tonight, I am inviting you to awaken the secret formula within you, the unseen power that can shift your life from limitation to unlimited supply. You do not have to beg, strive, or struggle. You simply have to align. The first step of this secret formula is knowing that supply is infinite. You are not separated from abundance. There is no wall between you and wealth. What you desire already exists in the invisible, waiting for you to call it into form. Speak with authority, for your word is law to your subconscious mind and to the universe. Say to yourself now, I am one with the infinite riches of divine substance. Wealth flows to me in perfect ways. The second step is to release fear, doubt, and limitation. Fear blocks the flow. Doubt delays the answer. Tonight, before you sleep, cleanse your mind of every thought of lack. Replace it with gratitude for the abundance you already hold. In this state of thankfulness, doors open. The universal storehouse responds to gratitude faster than it does to worry. The third step of this formula is visualization. See yourself holding the winning ticket. See yourself celebrating the outcome. Feel the joy and relief of having already received it. As you picture this scene, let it be vivid, let it be real. Your subconscious mind does not distinguish between imagination and reality. It will take the impression you give it tonight and work through the unseen channels to make it appear. The fourth step is spoken affirmation. Words have vibration, and vibration draws matching forms. Tonight, just before you sleep, affirm aloud, "But divine right, wealth now manifests for me. The channels of unexpected income and unlimited prosperity are now open." Say it with conviction. Say it as though it were already true. When you speak as one with authority, the unseen forces obey. The fifth step is detachment. After you have affirmed, visualized, and spoken, release the desire completely. Do not clutch or cling. Trust the universal law to handle the details. As you drift into sleep, hold a feeling of quiet expectancy. The moment you let go, the power begins to act. This secret formula is not about numbers or odds. It is about alignment. The universe rearranges itself to match the pattern you impress upon it. Tonight, impress wealth. Impress success. Impress the feeling of already having, rather than wanting. As you do, you plant the seed that must bear fruit in your waking world. Know this truth: you are not trying to make anything happen. You are letting it happen. You are stepping aside and allowing the infinite supply to flow. Tonight, in your own heart and mind, you hold the winning key. You hold the power that no external circumstance can limit. Use this secret formula tonight and feel your entire consciousness shift. The law of supply and demand is infallible. What you demand with faith and expectancy must supply itself to you. You have the right to prosper, the right to succeed, the right to see miracles unfold in your life. Affirm it, expect it, trust it. As you go to sleep tonight, know the unseen power is already at work, arranging every detail, and bringing forth your good in perfect ways. The first and most vital step in activating the secret lottery formula is to recognize and affirm your oneness with infinite abundance. Everything begins with consciousness. If your inner world is set on lack, limitation, or struggle, then the outer world must mirror that state back to you. But when you shift your mind to the awareness of plenty, when you see yourself as part of an endless ocean of supply, you open a channel through which wealth can flow to you in new and unexpected ways. This is not about forcing anything to happen. It is about aligning with the natural flow of the universe, which is already rich, generous, and overflowing with opportunity. Imagine the entire cosmos as a boundless storehouse of riches, a living field of potential waiting for your instruction. You are not a beggar knocking on the door of wealth. You are an heir to the divine treasury. By claiming your place within this abundance, you draw it into your experience with ease and grace. Recognizing oneness with infinite abundance means dissolving the false belief in separation. Many people see wealth as something out there, something distant or limited, something that others can have but they cannot. This false belief creates a mental wall that keeps prosperity at arm's length. To dissolve that wall, begin by affirming, "I am one with the infinite riches of the universe." Let this affirmation sink into your subconscious mind. Feel it as a living truth. Picture yourself standing in a radiant field of golden light, symbolizing the unlimited supply surrounding you at all times. Every breath you take is evidence of the infinite flow. Every heartbeat is proof of connection with life's endless source. As you deepen your awareness of this connection, you gradually remove every inner barrier to receiving. Wealth ceases to be an external prize and becomes an inner state naturally reflected outward. Affirming your oneness with abundance also involves speaking words of power that impress the subconscious mind. Your subconscious does not argue or reason, it accepts the impressions you give it and then seeks to express them. When you say, "I am one with infinite supply," you plant a seed. When you repeat it with conviction, you water that seed. When you act as though it were already true, you allow the plant to grow and bear fruit. This is why many people who adopt prosperity affirmations experience sudden shifts. The words themselves hold vibration and meaning, but the faith and repetition behind them make them magnetic. As you continue this practice, the vibration of your words draws matching conditions to you, setting unseen forces into motion that arrange circumstances, people, and events in your favor. Another dimension of recognizing your oneness with abundance is gratitude. Gratitude immediately lifts your vibration and aligns you with the frequency of receiving. When you give thanks for what you already have, you acknowledge the infinite source behind it. This acknowledgement acts like a magnet that attracts more to be thankful for. Tonight, before you use the secret formula, pause and list the blessings already in your life. Notice the air you breathe, the roof over your head, the food you eat, the friendships you cherish, the talents you possess. Each one is a thread connecting you to the vast fabric of universal supply. As you focus on gratitude, you open the gates wider for more good to flow into your life. It is impossible to hold gratitude and lack consciousness at the same time. The moment you shift to appreciation, you automatically align with abundance. Recognizing your oneness with infinite supply also means seeing yourself as worthy. Many people unconsciously block wealth because they do not believe they deserve it. This unworthiness acts like a hidden filter, turning away opportunities before they can materialize. To dissolve this, affirm your worthiness daily. Say to yourself, "I am worthy of the richest blessings life has to offer. It is safe for me to prosper. It is natural for me to succeed." As you repeat these affirmations, they overwrite the old programming of lack and replace it with new patterns of prosperity. Worthiness is not something you earn, it is something you claim. It is your inherent nature. By claiming it now, you allow the invisible power to work through you without obstruction. To strengthen your sense of oneness with abundance, engage your imagination. Imagination is a creative force. When you close your eyes and picture yourself surrounded by overflowing riches, when you feel the security, freedom, and joy of having more than enough, you are impressing a new pattern on your subconscious. This pattern acts like a blueprint, and the universe responds by filling it with substance. See yourself stepping into a larger life, confidently making choices from a place of plenty rather than fear. Visualize money flowing in, bills paid with ease, opportunities arriving at just the right time. These images create an emotional state of expectancy, which is a powerful magnet for manifestation. The more real you can make the feeling, the faster your outer reality will shift to match it. Recognizing your oneness with infinite abundance is not merely a mental exercise, it is a full body, full heart experience. When you breathe deeply and affirm your connection to infinite supply, your nervous system relaxes. The stress and tension that come from fear of lack dissolve. In this relaxed state, your intuition sharpens, and you become more receptive to inspired ideas, nudges, and guidance that lead to opportunities and solutions. Wealth can flow to you not only through material means, but also through ideas, insights, and connections you had not considered before. By staying open, relaxed, and aware, you allow the universe to show you pathways to prosperity you might otherwise miss. Another powerful way to cement your oneness with abundance is to give. Giving, when done with joy and not obligation, proves to your subconscious mind that you already live in a state of supply. Even a small gesture of generosity tells your inner self, "I have enough to share." This feeling of sufficiency multiplies itself. The universe mirrors your consciousness of generosity, by returning it to you multiplied. Giving does not have to be financial. It can be time, kindness, encouragement, or sharing your skills. Each act of giving plants a seed in the invisible field, and every seed bears fruit in due season. When you combine affirmations, gratitude, visualization, and giving, you create a powerful momentum that carries you naturally into the flow of abundance. You stop struggling against the current and begin floating downstream with it. You stop looking to the outer world as the source and start recognizing the inner world as the cause. This shift in perspective is the heart of the secret formula. It is not about changing the numbers on a ticket. It is about changing the vibration of your consciousness so that the right numbers, the right opportunities, and the right circumstances are drawn to you like iron to a magnet. This first keynote is the foundation of all the others. Without a deep recognition of your oneness with infinite abundance, the steps that follow will be weak or inconsistent. But with this recognition firmly in place, everything else flows more easily. When you know that you are one with the infinite supply of the universe, you stop chasing wealth, and instead allow wealth to find you. You stop doubting whether it can happen for you, and instead know it is already done in the invisible. You stop clinging to fear and begin living in faith, expectancy, and quiet confidence that the universe is your unfailing source and that it delights in fulfilling your needs in perfect, surprising, and wonderful ways. The second step in activating the secret formula is to release fear, doubt, and limitation before sleep. Fear is the great constrictor. It tightens the flow of good and blocks the channels through which abundance seeks to reach you. Doubt undermines your affirmations, cutting the current of power halfway through its work. Limitation is an illusion, yet it feels real when you focus on it. And by focusing on it, you give it power. When you go to sleep at night, your subconscious mind becomes the fertile field, where the seeds of your thoughts and feelings are planted. Whatever state you drift off in is the state your subconscious will multiply. If you fall asleep in fear, you multiply fear. If you fall asleep in expectancy, you multiply expectancy. This is why the moments before sleep are the most potent time for transformation, and why releasing fear, doubt, and limitation before you close your eyes is essential. Fear can take many forms. It may show up as worry about bills, anxiety about outcomes, unease about your future, or tension about your worthiness. Whatever form it takes, it holds the same vibration of belief in separation from good. To dissolve fear, you must affirm your oneness with safety and supply. Speak softly to yourself as you prepare for bed. I am safe, protected, and guided. All my needs are met now and forever. Feel the comfort of those words wrapping around you like a warm blanket. Breathe deeply, exhaling tension, inhaling peace. Visualize fear leaving your body as a dark mist, dissolving into nothingness, while light and calm enter every cell. This deliberate act of releasing fear sets your subconscious free to accept new patterns of abundance. While you sleep, doubt is the second barrier. You may affirm and visualize during the day, yet a small voice whispers at night. What if it doesn't work? What if I can't receive? What if this is impossible? That small voice weakens the signal you are sending. Before sleep, answer doubt with truth. Say to yourself, divine order governs my life. Infinite intelligence knows the way. The answer is already prepared. Replace what if with I know. Replace I can't with I am. Doubt cannot coexist with conviction. Even if you do not feel full conviction yet, acting as though you do will begin to create it. As you affirm and visualize, your subconscious accepts the impression and begins reshaping your beliefs from the inside out. Night after night of consistent practice dissolves doubt at its root and replaces it with trust. Limitation is the third barrier. It arises from past conditioning, the belief that resources are scarce, that opportunities are few, or that success is only for certain people. This belief constricts your thinking and blinds you to the countless channels through which wealth could flow. As you prepare for sleep, deliberately expand your sense of possibility. Say, infinite supply flows to me through countless channels. I am open and receptive to new avenues of abundance. Imagine yourself standing at the center of a vast network of golden streams flowing from all directions, each one bringing resources, ideas, and connections. The more you practice this image, the more your subconscious sees abundance as normal and natural. In your waking life, you will begin noticing opportunities and synchronicities that were always there but hidden by your belief in limitation. Releasing fear, doubt, and limitation before sleep also involves the body. The body holds onto the day's tension, and that tension sends signals to the subconscious that you are not safe or ready to receive. Engage in a simple relaxation ritual. Sit quietly, breathe deeply, roll your shoulders, stretch your neck, and let your muscles soften. As your body relaxes, your mind follows. Play gentle music if it soothes you, or imagine yourself lying on soft grass under a starlit sky. This physical release allows the mental release to take hold more fully. When your body is calm, your affirmations sink deeper into the subconscious mind, where they take root overnight. Another powerful method for releasing fear, doubt, and limitation before sleep is forgiveness. Unforgiveness acts as an energetic block, holding you tied to old hurts and resentments. Before you go to sleep, bring to mind anyone you feel tension toward, including yourself, and silently say, "I forgive and release you. I set you free, and I am free." This act of forgiveness clears space in your consciousness for new blessings. It is like clearing clutter from a room so that fresh air and sunlight can enter. Many people find their prosperity begins to flow after they forgive, because the energy that was tied up in resentment is released and redirected toward constructive creation. Gratitude also plays a part in releasing limitations. When you give thanks, you shift your focus from what is missing to what is present. Gratitude lifts your vibration to match the frequency of abundance. Before sleep, list silently the things you are grateful for: the roof over your head, the bed beneath you, the air you breathe, the people you love, the dreams you hold. Feel genuine appreciation for each item. This gratitude sends a signal to the subconscious that you live in a state of supply, not lack. It reassures your inner self that all is well, which in turn dissolves fear and doubt automatically. Visualization can assist as well. See yourself stepping out of a cage, the bars melting away into light. Picture yourself walking across a bridge from a land of scarcity into a land of overflowing riches. Imagine tossing heavy bags labeled fear or doubt into a river and watching them drift away. The subconscious loves symbols. These mental images tell it clearly that you are done with limitation and ready for freedom. Combine the images with words like, "I now release all fear, doubt, and limitation. I am free, open, and receptive." As you drift off to sleep with this imagery, your subconscious begins constructing a new reality based on freedom rather than restriction. It is also essential to cultivate trust in a higher power or universal order as you release these negative states. Remind yourself that you are not alone, that there is an intelligence greater than your conscious mind guiding every detail of your life. When you feel this trust, you relax, and when you relax, you receive. Say to yourself, "Infinite intelligence works through me, for me, and around me now. All things are aligning for my highest good." Feel the comfort of surrender, the relief of not having to control every outcome. This trust is like fertile soil where your seeds of intention can grow unimpeded. The moments right before sleep are powerful, because the conscious mind is quiet, and the subconscious is wide open. By releasing fear, doubt, and limitation at this time, you are programming your inner self with the patterns you want to see manifested. Night after night, this consistent practice reshapes your inner blueprint. Over time, fear becomes confidence, doubt becomes faith, and limitation becomes expansion. As these inner changes take root, outer changes naturally follow. New channels of supply appear, unexpected windfalls arrive, and your sense of security deepens regardless of circumstances. To further reinforce this release, create a personal bedtime affirmation ritual. Choose phrases that resonate with you and repeat them softly as you lie in bed. For example, "I am safe, I am loved, I am abundant. All is well. Tonight I release all fear, doubt, and limitation." Say it slowly, breathing between phrases. Feel each statement as you speak it. This repetition lulls you into a calm, receptive state and plants the seeds of abundance firmly into the subconscious. You may find that you fall asleep faster, sleep more deeply, and wake with a sense of peace and expectancy you did not have before. Finally, understand that releasing fear, doubt, and limitation is not a one time event but a practice. Every night you have the opportunity to cleanse your mental field of the day's residue and reset your vibration to match abundance. Some nights you may feel heavier or more worried. On those nights, double your efforts in affirmation, visualization, and relaxation. Over time, your subconscious will learn that night is a sacred time of renewal, a time when the old is shed and the new is welcomed. Each morning you will rise with a clearer mind, a lighter heart, and a stronger connection to the flow of supply. In this way, the second step of the secret formula becomes a living, breathing practice that transforms not only your nights but your days as well, making you a clear and open channel for the abundance you seek. The third step in activating the secret formula is to visualize already receiving your desired outcome vividly. Visualization is the bridge between the unseen and the seen, the invisible blueprint that the subconscious mind uses to build your outer experience. Every structure, invention, and achievement first existed as an image in someone's mind before it became tangible in the physical world. When you close your eyes and imagine yourself already holding the winning ticket, already experiencing the freedom, security, and joy of abundance, you send a clear and powerful message to the universe and to your subconscious. This message says, "This is my reality." Because your subconscious mind does not distinguish between a vividly imagined event and a real one. It accepts the impression you give it and begins rearranging circumstances, people, and events to match the mental picture you hold. To visualize effectively, you must engage all your senses. Do not merely see yourself in the scene, feel it, hear it, taste it, smell it. If you imagine holding a ticket, feel its texture in your hand, the slight crinkle of the paper. See the numbers printed clearly. Feel the weight of the envelope or the slip. Hear the sounds of celebration around you, the laughter, the congratulatory voices, the music. Smell the air of the room or the location where you discover your success. Taste the food and drink you might enjoy during your celebration. The more real and vivid you make the image, the stronger the impression on your subconscious, and the faster it moves to bring it forth into your waking life. Another key aspect of visualization is emotional energy. The images themselves are powerful, but it is the emotion you attach to them that energizes the process. As you picture your desired outcome, summon the feelings you would naturally have if it were already true. Feel the thrill of excitement, the relief of freedom, the gratitude of having received. Let your heart swell with joy and your body relax into a sense of security and completion. These feelings act like a magnetic charge that draws your desire toward you. Without emotion, visualization can become a dry exercise. With emotion, it becomes a living experience that imprints your subconscious deeply. It is also important to place yourself in the visualization, not as an observer but as the main character. See through your own eyes rather than watching yourself from a distance. This perspective tells your subconscious mind that the experience is happening to you now, not to someone else or at some distant time. As you do this, your nervous system begins to respond as if it were real, shifting your vibration, altering your beliefs, and opening your awareness to opportunities and coincidences that align with your desired outcome. Repetition is another crucial element. A single vivid visualization can have impact, but consistent nightly practice builds a cumulative effect that reshapes your inner blueprint. Each night before sleep, spend several minutes recreating the scene in detail. Allow it to become a ritual, a sacred time of planting seeds. Over time, you may find the images becoming more vivid, the feelings more intense, and the sense of reality more natural. This is a sign your subconscious is accepting the new pattern and preparing to express it outwardly. To deepen the power of visualization, combine it with affirmations. As you see yourself experiencing your desired outcome, speak words that affirm it is already so. Say silently, "I now receive my abundant good. It is done. I am so grateful." These affirmations anchor the image with verbal command, reinforcing it on multiple levels of your mind. The combination of picture and word creates a multidimensional impression that is much harder for doubt or fear to dislodge. You can also enhance your visualization by using symbols that represent your desire. Symbols speak directly to the subconscious. For instance, if your goal is to receive a large sum of money, You might imagine a treasure chest overflowing with gold coins, or a bank account statement with the numbers you desire. If your goal is freedom and security, you might picture yourself walking along a wide open beach, arms outstretched, breathing deeply of the fresh air. These symbolic images bypass the critical factor of the conscious mind and communicate with the subconscious in a language it understands, amplifying the creative power of your visualization. Creating a dedicated space for visualization can help as well. Choose a quiet spot where you will not be disturbed. Dim the lights, and perhaps light a candle or play soft music. The ritual of preparing your space signals to your mind that it is time to enter a focused, receptive state. Sit or lie down comfortably, close your eyes, breathe deeply, and relax your body. As your physical tension dissolves, your inner vision becomes clearer. In this state of relaxation, your brain waves slow, moving into the alpha or theta ranges where the subconscious is most accessible. This is the ideal state for planting new images and ideas that will bloom into physical form. Another powerful method is to create a mental movie of your desired outcome. Imagine the opening scene, the unfolding action, the climactic moment of success, and the satisfying aftermath. Play this movie over and over until you know it by heart. Each time you run it, feel it more deeply, add more sensory detail, and anchor it with affirmations. This mental rehearsal conditions your subconscious, as surely as physical rehearsal conditions your body. Just as athletes use visualization to improve their performance, you can use it to improve your alignment with abundance. As you practice visualization, you may notice intuitive nudges, ideas, or coincidences showing up in your daily life. This is a sign the process is working. The images you hold within are activating the law of attraction, the law of correspondence, and the creative forces of your own subconscious. Opportunities you would have overlooked before suddenly stand out. People who can assist you appear at the right time. Solutions to problems occur to you spontaneously. This is the unseen power rearranging your outer world to match the inner picture you have impressed upon it. It is also important to maintain faith during the process. Some people visualize for a few nights and then stop, thinking nothing is happening. But the seed planted in the soil takes time to sprout. Even though you cannot see the roots growing beneath the surface, growth is occurring. In the same way, your subconscious and the universal intelligence are working on your behalf, even when no outward sign appears yet. Hold your vision steady, knowing that the unseen forces are aligning in perfect timing and order. This steadfastness is like watering the seed consistently until the plant breaks through the soil. One of the best times to visualize is just before sleep, because the conscious mind is quiet and the subconscious is receptive. Another excellent time is upon waking, before your mind fills with the day's concerns. In these moments, your brain is naturally in the ideal state for suggestion, and your inner imagery can be absorbed more deeply. By starting and ending your day with visualization, you sandwich your waking hours between powerful impressions that guide your thoughts, emotions, and actions in alignment with your desired outcome. As you become more skilled at visualization, you may also notice changes in your self-concept. You begin to think of yourself as someone who is lucky, blessed, favored, or abundant. This self-image is critical because your life always mirrors your concept of yourself. By visualizing success and abundance consistently, you overwrite old self-concepts of struggle or lack and replace them with a new identity. This identity acts like a magnet, attracting experiences that match it. You no longer simply hope for good fortune, you embody it, and therefore you draw it naturally. Another subtle, but important aspect of visualization is detachment from the how. When you picture your desired outcome, do not try to force or figure out the exact way it will come. Let the universe handle the details. Your job is to create the end result vividly and emotionally, not to micromanage the path. This freedom allows infinite intelligence to work through countless channels you might never have considered. By focusing only on the desired outcome and the feeling of having it, you stay out of your own way and keep the channels of manifestation open. Finally, remember that visualization is not daydreaming. It is a deliberate, purposeful act of creation. Daydreaming can be scattered, unfocused, or wishful. Visualization is concentrated, intentional, and aligned with faith. Treat it as a sacred practice. Approach it with reverence and expectancy. Each time you visualize, you are shaping the substance of the unseen into the form of your desire. You are literally rehearsing your future into existence. Over time, this practice trains your subconscious to accept the new reality so completely that your outer world must conform to it. Your mind becomes a workshop of creation, your imagination a canvas on which you paint the life you wish to live, and your feelings the brushstrokes that bring it to vibrant life